So you think a big box gym is going to do for you everything that you need to see results? Well, unfortunately, statistics say you're absolutely wrong because we get hundreds of people every single month that come through our doors that come from a big box gym or a place where, the way I call it, they don't necessarily care if you show up or not, and they don't get the results that they came for. The reason's really simple. Their business model is not meant to get you results. That's it. Let's talk a little bit about why we built Sasquatch the way we did. Now, there's small caveat. There's lots of other programs out there that do something similar to this. If you're not in the area, if you're not able to work with us for any reason, find one of those programs. But I just want to share with you why we modeled something different and why it's super important that all of these pieces come together. Three pieces are strength training, nutrition, and accountability. Let's go back to the big box gyms. When you go to a place that, and I'm not going to use any brands because I don't want to crap on anybody, at least they're trying. If you go to a gym where you get access to equipment, you're walking in, maybe there's trainers on the floor looking around, but they're not working with you. And the only thing that you get is a little keychain thing that you throw in your keys, and you get to show up, scan that, walk in, use the equipment. The biggest problem is A, you don't know what to do, and B, nobody's holding you accountable to do it. So maybe you show up, maybe you don't. And here are the statistics. If you are looking at a big box gym, the highest rate of attendance is 13%. That means that out of 100 people that are subscribed to that gym per month, 13 of them are going to show up and work out once in that month. The rest are not going to show up at all. The majority of these big box gyms are between 6 and 7% attendance. So out of 100 people, 6 to 7 people are going to show up a month and work out once. The rest are not going to show up at all. It has nothing to do with the equipment not being great or the trainers on the floor not being great. It has to do with the fact that you are paying a very small dollar amount and they cannot afford to have a human being pick up the phone and get your butt into the gym. That's what we do. And it's a little bit more expensive because of that. So that's number one, is if you don't have that accountability, you're just not going to make it to the gym. Statistics, you might think that you're the outlier, and maybe you are, but statistically you are not. And if you've been struggling and not succeeding, I really want to challenge you to look inward and be like, well, if I haven't done it in the last 2, 3, 4, 10 years, why would it change now? I'm not telling you there's anything wrong with you. You just need some help. And you got to find somebody that's willing to help. So that's the first thing is the accountability piece. You not showing up. The second thing is once you actually show up, what are you doing? Are you doing something that's efficient? Are you doing something that's specific to you? Are you doing something that's going to make the however amount of time that you have at that gym worth your time? Whether it's 20 minutes or 2 hours, are you utilizing them to the utmost of your ability? And if you're writing your own program or you're using something conventional like ChatGPT to write it, odds are you really aren't. You need some professional guidance to be able to make the most of your time. Number three, and probably the most overlooked thing when it comes to attending a big box gym or just hiring a personal trainer, is nutrition. Whenever somebody talks to me about getting a personal trainer, I don't actually have a problem with personal trainers. I think they're fantastic. We do personal training as well. Specific training is always going to be a little bit more efficient in general than group training because it could be very specific to you, your limitations, your goals. You get 100% of the attention of the coach. All those things are great, but the vast majority of people have a budget attached to their fitness and they can't spend money on everything. So if you were to tell me, hey, Isaac, I have X dollars, right? And even if it's like $1,000 or $2,000 a month, should I hire a personal trainer? My suggestion is going to be no, spend that money on a personal nutrition coach. Get some group training for the rest of it. Group training gets you about like 90, 95% of the way there if you find a really phenomenal program. Whereas if you don't tackle the nutrition side of things and your personal trainer is not a nutrition coach, I don't care what they say, unless they can show you that credential, unless they're a board certified health or nutrition coach, they have a precision nutrition level 2, they have a master's degree in nutrition. then they're not really a nutrition coach. They can't really coach you through that stuff. Correct? Taking a course through NASM or ACE is not enough. We want them to have done this specifically with people for a number of years, have thousands of hours under their belt so that they can actually guide you through this stuff efficiently. A set of macros isn't going to do it. So my recommendation, and the recommendation to friends and family that come to me for advice, is spend the money. The one-on-one stuff should be on the nutrition and behavioral coaching side. Group training can take care of like 95% of the training side of things. So that's really it. Those are the big three. Big box gyms don't really take care of any of those three. So we're looking for programs that can address all of them. And because of that, we're able to boast numbers like these. 97% of all of the people that go through the Sasquatch program get the result that they came in for. 97%. And that includes all outlier events. That includes I had to move in the middle of my program. That includes I was walking down the street and got hit by a car, God forbid. All these outliers are included in that 97% number. And even better than that, 98% of our members attend on average 3 times a week. So let me refer you back to the big box numbers. We're talking 6 to 7% average attendance once per month. We are 98% 3 times a week. I want to let that sink in for a second. So that right there is the power of having real accountability from your coaches. If you have it, you are going to see it is the most powerful tool in the arsenal of you getting the results that you want. One more asterisk that I want to throw in here. Another really powerful thing that comes with a program like ours, again, there's other programs out there, but I can only speak about ours, is the community. When I talk to somebody about best bang for their buck and really the best results that they're going to get overall, I prefer somebody do group coaching over personal training, even though we charge way more for personal training and I benefit financially from it. Because when you do group training, again, we get 95% of the way there in terms of the training, but you also build community. You find a cohort of people that are on the same path, that want to get healthy, that want to lift weights, that want to potentially lose fat and build muscle, that want to be more active and want to do things like hike or bike or climb. And that cohort, that community becomes an anchoring point for you to do this on a longer term basis, to do this forever instead of doing it for a short while you get the result that you want and then pretend that you can go back to being the way you were. It's an identity shift. And when you have a group of people that are on the same path as you, it makes everything so much easier and it makes everything so much better. So turns out you can find equipment anywhere. But if you want to change, really, really change, you need people who refuse to let you fail. People who are going to adapt the program along the way, people who are going to keep you accountable to coming in and doing the work, and people who are going to make sure that every time you step in there, you're doing something that's efficient and helping you drive towards your goals. Step into a community that actually lifts you up. Let's go.